For 2 whirlwind years, Mark Consuelos stepped into a role millions of viewers assumed he was destined for, co-hosting Live with Kelly and Mark. But according to Kelly/Ripa, destiny didn't have as much to do with it as people think. In fact, Mark never fully wanted the job in the first place. That surprising revelation came straight from Kelly during her candid conversation on the July 31st episode of Kylie Kelsey's Not Gonna Lie podcast. What started as a lighthearted discussion about marriage, work, and morning television quickly turned into a heartfelt reflection on the decades-long evolution of Kelly and Mark's partnership, both on-screen and off. And if you thought working every day with your spouse sounds effortless for the famously loving duo, Kelly wants you to know it's not exactly what it seems. A partnership decades in the making. Kelly began by taking listeners all the way back to where it started, their All My Children days. Long before they became America's favorite morning TV couple, they were simply two young actors learning each other's rhythms. It came naturally to us because we worked together for so many years, Kelly explained. Before Mark officially stepped in, he had probably co-hosted with me at least 100 times. 100 times, and most of those weren't even planned. Kelly laughed as she recalled how often Mark swooped in at the last minute when the show needed a substitute host. He was constantly filling in last year. It made sense for him to take over. We just had to make it make sense to him. And that's where the story took a turn. Mark's hesitation, he likes doing it occasionally. Despite the public's excitement when Mark replaced Ryan Seacrest in 2023, privately, there was hesitation. According to Kelly, the idea of being a permanent co-host wasn't something Mark was eager for. He likes doing it occasionally, she said with a shrug. It's fun when it's just once in a while. That's when she poked fun at him, lovingly, of course. It's definitely less time-consuming than working on a soap. It's such a gift. You get to live your life fully. Kelly's honesty paints a picture so many couples can relate to. The delicate dance of giving a partner space, supporting their comfort zone, and knowing when to nudge them gently toward something new. Why the distance actually makes their marriage stronger. One of the most surprising parts of Kelly's confession wasn't about the show. It was about their marriage. Even though they work together every morning, Kelly says their afternoons go very differently. We need a little distance, she said simply. We need to stay curious about each other. And then she added something perfectly Kelly, a blend of humor and heartfelt honesty. I still don't know where he is half the time or what he's doing, and he doesn't even know I'm talking about him right now. That balance, closeness mixed with independence, seems to be one of the secrets that keeps their 28-year marriage feeling fresh. Yes, they argue, and they do it right on air. Kylie Kelsey brought up the question everyone wonders when watching a married couple co-host a live television show. Aren't you ever afraid of arguing off camera and then having to work together minutes later? Kelly didn't even hesitate. Oh, we argue on air all the time, she said, absolutely delighted by the idea. And that's great because the audience becomes our personal therapist telling us who's right or wrong. Then without missing a beat, and by the way, I'm usually right. Classic Kelly. It's that playful honesty, that willingness to let viewers into their real dynamic that makes their on-screen chemistry so addictive. It feels authentic because it is. Kelly's advice for Kylie Kelsey? Treat him like a baby. When Kylie asked what it's truly like working with a husband, Kelly offered advice that was equal parts hilarious and unexpectedly wise. I treat Mark like a baby, she admitted. Not in a condescending way, but in a tender, affectionate, humorous way only a long-married couple understands. It's equal parts respect and gentle contempt, she joked. He needs things to feel predictable, otherwise he gets anxious. So I try to avoid anything that could throw him off or stress him out. It was a relatable moment for so many partners listening, because who hasn't learned the exact conditions needed to keep their spouse thriving? Mark's absence and Kelly's ever-changing co-host history. During the week of July 28th, Mark appeared only on Monday's episode of Live with Kelly and Mark before flying to Los Angeles to film a new series. It's another reminder that while Mark is a co-host, he's also still an actor and one who never intended to give up his acting roots. Over the years, Kelly has worked with a long list of beloved co-hosts: Jerry O'Connell, Anderson Cooper, Jeff Probst, and of course Ryan Seacrest. Each one brought something unique to the show, but none had the same unmistakable connection she shares with Mark. Their banter isn't planned. Their chemistry isn't scripted. Their warmth isn't performative. It's real, and the audience feels it every time they sit down together. So why did Mark really take the job? After everything Kelly shared, one thing becomes clear. Mark didn't join Live because it was his dream. He joined because it was the right moment. He joined because he's good at it. He joined because it made sense for their family. But most importantly, he joined because even after almost 30 decades of marriage, he and Kelly are still willing to try new things together, even unconventional ones like co-hosting a daily live television show. And somehow, it works. It works beautifully.